You ever seen a rabbit rubbing its chin all over everything in its cage? You're wondering what in the world's going on? Well, that's the topic of today's video. I'm going to get that question answered for you next. Hey guys, welcome back to another Slightly Redneck video. Again, my name is Chris. If you're not familiar with this channel, I help you to produce your own meat, eggs, and vegetables from your backyard, your balcony, your deck, your garage, or heck, even a spare room in your house if that's the way you want to do it. Today we're going to talk about rabbit behavior, specifically chin rubbing. Why do your rabbits rub their chin all over everything? And if you haven't seen that, I'm going to show you here in just one moment. But basically the reason that they do that, and you know, I find it more common in my bucks than I do in my does, but all rabbits can do this. They have scent glands under their chin. So what they're doing when they're rubbing their chin on things is they're marking their scent on it. And it's one of two things. It's either a way to claim something like, say, this is mine, this is my territory, this is my cage, my feeder, my water, they'll rub it on everything in the cage. Or it's a way to just let other rabbits know that they've been there, to leave their mark, to, especially your bucks, to say, hey, I'm ready for breeding, you know, those kinds of things. Leave that mark for other rabbits that may come by. And it's a pretty common thing that you'll see whenever you add something new to their cage. So you put a new feeder in, the rabbit comes up and starts rubbing his chin all over everything. You put a new water nozzle in, a new whatever, a new board in, whatever it is, the rabbit's probably going to go rubbing his chin all over that stuff just to mark it as his. He'll come up, usually sniff it, check it out for a little while, and then he'll start rubbing his chin all over it. So let me bring you in close. We'll show you what that behavior looks like. All right, this is my buck here. He's pretty good about demonstrating this behavior for me generally. Anytime I put something new in his cage, he generally will just go all over it. I've got just a plank of wood here I'm going to stick in here for a few minutes just to kind of show you what this looks like. So I'm going to set that in there and I'll back up and give him a second to kind of get calmed down. He probably won't do much while I'm standing here talking. He's just not sure what's going on. Let me reach in and scratch his forehead and give him a little reassurance. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Nothing wrong. There you go. Now we'll just give him a second and see what he does. You can see he's checking out what he is doing now. He's just checking it out, wants to see what it is, sniffing it a little bit. Once he decides that he likes it, he'll probably start, there he goes. See him rubbing his chin on that? Give him a minute. See him? And that's what he's doing. He's marking that. He's saying, hey, I've been here. This is me. You know, this is what I smell like. And he may decide that, hey, this is mine. I want to keep this. Marking it for his own property. And he'll turn that all around. He'll rub his chin all over that thing if I let him. So you can see it's a very common thing for a rabbit to do whenever they get around new surroundings. So you may notice that when you take them out of their cage, you put them in a new area. Once they get kind of calmed down, sniff around a little bit, they start rubbing their chins on things. That's usually not a claiming it as theirs. They're just simply marking it and saying, I've been here, leaving their scent for other rabbits to kind of pick that up. My theory on this, and nobody knows for sure exactly, but my theory on this is that it's a way for the bucks especially, because they seem to be a little bit more predominant with it, to say, hey, I'm here. If you want to breed, let me know. I'm available. That's kind of what they're doing. You'll also notice a lot of the times when you take your rabbits out, especially if you've got one that doesn't mind being handled, likes to be handled a little bit, likes attention, that whenever they get up to you, they're going to start rubbing their chin on your hands and just doing that with you. Some people think that's a sign of affection, maybe a little bit, but more than likely what that rabbit's doing is just marking you, just saying, hey, I've been here, giving out the scent, letting every other rabbit in the area know that there's a buck around. That's all that they're doing. So it's nothing to worry about if you've seen it and you've wondered, is your rabbit bored or something like that? Nope, perfectly normal behavior, something pretty much all rabbits do on a fairly regular basis. I think it's something that's kind of fun to watch them do whenever you put them in a new cage. They'll just go around, they'll mark the whole cage. I mean, he'll rub his chin on every piece of wire, everything, mark the whole cage. Which brings me to another point. If you're having problems with your doe not wanting to lift for your buck, one of the methods that works fairly well, or so I've been told, I have not had a problem enough to really test this out myself, but is to take the doe, put her in the buck's cage, put the buck in the doe's cage, and leave them there for a couple of days. The doe will pick up the scent of the male from his cage and may be more receptive to breeding whenever you go introduce her back to the male. Again, you always take the female to the male, don't take the male to the female. But anyway, that's a trick that you can kind of use sometimes to get a reluctant doe to start breeding. So a little bit of bonus material in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to stay connected with my material going forward. it, leave me a comment below and let me know what other kinds of topics you'd like to see addressed, and I will do my best to get those addressed for you. And as always, God bless.